You know, it's kind of odd to think about how we've now sort of reached the point where we were last game, at least in episode count, and yet we're still in chapter 1. I'm pretty sure by this point in the first game we were already done with chapter 1, which was the second chapter, because prologue is its own chapter. Prologue is its own chapter in this game as well, and it was shorter, but no wait, we are actually in chapter 2, my bad. Never mind, ignore me guys. But we had 144 episodes in the last game. There's way more chapters in this game, so we're going to be in for quite the longer haul. Anyway, greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamac, this is Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky SC. In the last episode, we spent the whole time looking for chests in the field, and now we're at Wolf Fort, which is what this episode is going to focus on. And here's the Wolf Fort. It's really peaceful here. I guess we don't need to worry about Calvard invading us and stealing our puppies or something. Quite a difference compared to the Harken Gate. Of course, unlike my glorious fatherland, Calvard and Liberal are easy friends. There are reasons for that, you realise? I imagine our relationship with Calvard has something to do with it, although beyond the gate is a mountain pass that would be difficult for our full army to pass through. That's why the gate is so small as well, as I recall. Ah yes, far different from the Harken Gate, which faces onto a great open road. I'm still not quite sure about the free-range poultry either way. Anyway, let's start asking around about the earthquake, We should probably check in with the guard commander first. Right. Received fresh eggs, oh. Wait, so you can catch chickens to get eggs? Come back here, chicken! Okay, we're done. Great weather again today, huh? Where does it actually want me to go via the guide? Did I pick up the macho meat stew and the omelette? Oh, by the way, these buttons are for mouse control, so here's what they do. This one gives us access to the movie, so we do have the macho meat stew. Unfortunately, I don't see the other thing, the passion omelette. I might not have eaten that though. This gives us our Monsterpedia, so we can check whatever we want. And this gives us the Bracer Handbook, and this opens up the pause menu. Okay. So yeah, what was it saying? Talk to CWO pace, talk to everyone, then report back to the CWO. Ah, yeah, the Bracers from the guild I called to head her out, right? Here to investigate the earthquake from what Miss Killica said on the phone. Yeah, that's right. Wow, I keep forgetting how thorough Killica is. She even keeps us on our toes every now and then. Anyway, we'll do everything we can to help. We appreciate that, thank you. Let's start with your account of what happened during the earthquake then. Well, let's see. The earthquake happened 3 days ago at roughly 1700 hours. The quake itself wasn't all that strong, it only lasted 10 seconds. Still though, earthquakes rarely ever happen around here. Some of my men are spooked, let me tell you. Oh, random thought. Probably not happening, but what if this is Calvard's plan for invading our country? Oh dear. The part that spooked me though, once I contacted Command at Leyston Fortress to report, they told you that no other part of the region had experienced an earthquake, yes? Exactly right, miss. It wasn't just Leyston, even Sanctime Gate didn't feel anything, and they're practically up the damn road. They called into Zace and Elmo and learned they felt nothing either. It's like Killica said. Speaking of which, did you hear there was an earthquake in Zace today? Yeah, I heard about that. That's the thing, we didn't feel so much as a wobble here. Localized earthquake that only strikes small specific areas. Not what I would call the most natural thing in the world. So that's the earthquake then. Did anything else out of place happen around that time? Was anyone strange seen, for example? No, I've heard no meaningful reports from a man. It's possible they saw something so minor they didn't feel the need to report it to me immediately, though. Feel free to ask them some questions, maybe jog their memories a bit. Sure, thanks, sir. Let's go talk to the gate guards. I need to check something. Carnelia Tower, Amelis Tower, Amberol Tower. Okay, so Saffron Tower is the water one, and it's all the way over here. Amberol Tower is what I was thinking might be here, because I'm not sure. The way I see it, Esmelis would be green, Amberol would be yellow, Saffron would be blue. But in my head, if these are actually giant orbments, if these are giant orbment crystals, you'd think that Amberol Tower would be the one related to earthquakes. Anyway, let's investigate. What, do you need something? Yeah, we're with the Bracer Guild. We'd like you to help with our investigation. I don't mind, but please keep it short. Estelle asked if anything suspicious had happened before or after the earthquake. Earthquake? You mean the one 3 days ago? The day the earthquake happened was just a normal day. If anything suspicious had happened, I'd have reported it long ago. I see. Seems this was a swing and a miss. Is that all you needed? Yes, that's plenty. We're sorry to have disturbed you during your job. No problem, we're both on the job after all, aren't we? Well then, if you'll excuse me. Yeah, it's probably one of the lower ranked guys who'll have some interesting information for us. Eggs! So, we're from the Bracer Guild. I hope we're not disturbing you, but could you answer some questions? Didn't we help you with your girlfriend, or is someone else on duty right now? Sure. Estelle asked the soldier about any odd things he might have seen when the earthquake happened. Odd things? I was checking the light-blocking abilities of my hat when the earthquake hit. I thought the chief was yelling at me at first. But no, I didn't see anyone around. I mean, I thought it was a prank at first, not an earthquake. It wasn't really all that strong. This isn't so much a strange occurrence as it is an admission you're awful at your job. But to sleep standing, that is a rare skill, Estelle. I, however, can consume an entire full-course meal while asleep on the sofa. That's not something to brag about, Lindheim. So, was there anything else you can remember? At all? Actually, Henning said he saw something weird, but... Something weird? This was the day before the earthquake, mind you. One of the other guards here, Henning, asked if anyone had passed through the gate. When I told him I hadn't seen anyone, he just shook his head. Well, that's curious. I wonder what that was about. He might be able to tell us something. Let's go talk to this Henning guy. Where's the old Bracer notebook? Right, why didn't you refer... Everyone else talks about how, with previous quests, why didn't you bring it up? Henning will be in the break area, I bet. Slacking off in the second floor is his specialty. I guess because we're in main plot now, they can't refer to things like that, but darn! I guess it is rather unreasonable for me to expect them to refer to absolutely everything. The game already is working hard enough as it is. Hey, welcome! Welcome to this totally ordinary bar. Hey, may I have a moment? Sure, what is it? We're with the Bracer Guild. We'd like you to help with our investigation a little, if you can anyway. No problem, not like I have any customers anyway. Estelle asked if anything odd had happened before or after the earthquake. Sorry, I only remember the earthquake itself. Heck of a surprise that was. When it suddenly hit, I was like, ah! I was shocked. So there was nothing that caught your attention before or after the earthquake? Nothing particularly different from the norm, though. I mean, I was in this bar the whole time. There wouldn't be a whole lot that could happen. Yeah, of course. Doesn't seem like there are any leads to follow here. Sorry, couldn't be of more help. No, don't worry about it. Thank you for your cooperation. We can at least shop here. We already have one. No harm in having more. Ah, hello. What is it? Hello, we're from the Bracer Guild. We have a few questions about the earthquake that happened 3 days ago, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, gotta say it was a surprise. First time I've ever been in an earthquake, I had no idea what was going on. So what did you want to know? Well, so the thing is, we talked to Brahm and Estelle explained what they heard from Brahm. Oh right, that. Yeah, I did ask him that. You asked if someone had passed through the gate? Yeah, let me explain. So 4 days ago, I just finished my watch and was going off duty. Just as I was leaving though, I saw a weird man coming up the road. A weird man? Was it a man garbed in white with a mask perchance? A mask? No, he wasn't that weird. It was a tall guy wearing a black suit. He also had these black glasses on. Black glasses? Like black frames or something? No, that's the thing. The lenses were stained dark. Wouldn't that mean you couldn't see in front of you? Oh wait, no, those would be sunglasses. They're designed to block strong sunlight. They are a little harder to see out of, but it isn't impossible, as I understand. I have heard of them, but I rarely see them. The only prominent user I know of them is the leader of the greatest criminal cartel in the capital of the Empire. Well, that sounds cheery. More to the point, how exactly do you know someone like that, Olivia? As they say, it takes a monster to understand a monster. That doesn't help. Sunglasses, huh? Anyway, just before I went on break, I saw him coming up the road. Most of the travellers who passed by here are stopping at the bar, so I figured I'd see him inside. I take it he didn't? Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't show, so I asked Brahm, and he said nobody had passed through. He's a lazy slob, but he ain't so bad at his job that he'd just let a stranger pass without first checking. Perhaps he had business at your barracks. He may have spoken to your commander, for example. See, I was pretty curious at that point and asked the commander. He said nobody had been there during that time period either. So I have to wonder what happened to the guy I saw. Doesn't seem like it came through. Okay, this is really suspicious. We should tell Takilika about this. Yes, that seems like a good lead. Thank you for sharing all this with us, Private Henning. Yeah, my pleasure. I feel better having gotten it all off my chest. According to this guide, we need to report back to CWO Pace. Maybe he's just going to call her up on the thingy. But, I'm following the guide for maximum BP. Hello again. Were my men helpful? Actually, yeah. Estelle told Pace about the man in sunglasses. So Henning saw a suspicious man? Hard to think he has something to do with the earthquake, but he sounds suspicious regardless. I'll report this to command at least. Please do. Alright, I think we've learned all we can here. Let's return to Kilika with what we know. Alright. So I guess it's time for the long walk back, I don't think we're able to rest at this gate, unfortunately. I don't recall seeing anyone offering the option to rest. Hey, you lot! Good, I made it in time. What do you mean, sir? Has something happened? I contacted Glayston about what we talked about previously and heard something surprising. I figured it was up to me to let you all know. Surprising what now? Wait, don't tell me. Yeah. There was just an earthquake at Sanctime Gate. What? Hearing this, Estelle's group rushed to Sanctime Gate. We have to talk to Anton. Do not forget to talk to Anton on the roof and in front of the stairs. What the hell is with you full braces? Can't you see we're in the middle of cleanup after the earthquake? If you have to nose around, I prefer you do it later. I'm afraid this is our job, sir, cleanup or no. You have my word we won't get in the way. Maybe we ask a few questions of the gate residents. I if HQ hasn't ordered it, I'd tell you a lot to clear out. I've got some urgent business to take care of. You can get the details from my second-in-command Warrant Officer Talbot. He's in the storage area over there cleaning up. Okay, we'll talk to him. Thanks! Just make damn sure you don't interfere with any actual work going on here. If you'll excuse me. It seems that the anti-bracer attitude in the military isn't completely gone. It really is kind of bad in here. Do you think we should help out a little, just to be friendly? This is a military facility, Estelle. I suggest we simply finish our business and go. There may be secret documents or some such in this mess the military doesn't want us lowly civilians to see. Oh, yeah, good point, I guess. Still, this is quite a bit more damage than the city of Zeiss earthquake, isn't it? That didn't cause nearly as much of a mess. The ferocity of the quake should be a primary line of inquiry then, as well as asking about our mystery man. Yeah, that guy in the sunglasses. Well, first things first, let's talk to that second-in-command guy. I think actually we want to go straight for the roof, if the game will let us. Yes. This guy climbed to top of the wall when the earthquake hit. He was so shocked by the shaking he almost fell. Had the earthquake been any stronger, he might have really fallen. At least you're lucky in one way, Anton. Boy, that was scary. I almost fell. And we have to talk to him a second time, apparently. He's going to show up again before we leave. Just look at this mess. I hope we can clean up in time for dinner. Okay, so I see there's a thing called, there will be options for BP, so we have to do that. But I guess we just talk around now for now. Brings me great joy to say no one was injured. Every cloud has a silver lining. What a mess, right? The tremors from that earthquake were something else. This isn't storage? No, this is storage. This is gonna be such a pain to clean up. Fear will have my hide if this isn't done by nightfall, though. Sorry to disturb you, excuse me? Huh? And you are? Estelle and company introduced themselves as bracers, and explained they were investigating the earthquake. I see. Thanks for the concern, even if Dale doesn't share my thanks. So you want to know about the situation was like, but when the earthquake happened, right? Yes, and please spare no detail. Understood. The earthquake began at roughly 1300 hours, 2 hours ago. The earthquake lasted about 30 seconds and was strong enough to knock down big piled up boxes. Wait, so compared to the quake at Wolf Fort, the shaking was stronger, it lasted longer. It's both. Yes, the entire earthquake was worse, stronger and longer lasting. And then there was the one which welcomed us at Zeiss. That would, I think, fall in between the other two. So they're getting nastier quakes every time. We probably shouldn't stall on solving this problem, except we totally will because side quests. Meaning then that the quakes are getting more powerful each time. That's kind of bad, isn't it? The situation does seem to be worse then. But these are natural occurrences. I don't see how we could stop them. I don't suppose the Bracer Guild has any ideas? Well, we're not really sure yet, but we're pursuing a few leads. Speaking of which, did anything weird happen before or after the earthquake? Like, were there any suspicious people walking around? Suspicious people? Come to think of it, Chelsea mentioned something about a strange man yesterday. He's cleaning the roof if you want to hear the details from him. Chelsea on the roof. Very well. Thanks for helping us out, sir. Not at all, good luck. You mean the guy we already talked to, darn it. Well, I want to talk to anyone anyway, so we're fine. No matter how much I clean and clean, it never ends. Boy, if that isn't the mood. I hate it! This is a disaster. No way I can keep the business open without cleaning up a little first. Oh, we can't buy things from them. That sure was a big earthquake. Haven't felt anything like that in a long time. One way or another, I've got some cleaning up to do. Might as well get started. I think I'll stay out of the commander's office because he'll just yell at me. Now here's a question, how did they get to the rest of the wall to ensure people aren't walking on them? To ensure people aren't sneaking in? It doesn't look like these go... Yeah, you get blocked off at places like this. Do they bring along ladders when they expect war? How do you patrol? Okay, you're still talking about the same. That was scary, almost fell. Huh? Who are you guys? You're Private Chesley, right? Not Chelsea, Chesley. We're from the Bracer Guild, Private Chesley. May we ask you a few questions about the earthquake that happened recently? Estelle's group asked about the suspicious man Chesley saw. Alright, the guy from yesterday. I don't know if he has anything to do with the earthquake, but I did see a tall man with black sunglasses around. I knew it! It must be the same man we've seen at the Wolf Fort. Sir, did you see what this man was doing? Well, he seemed kind of like a tourist, really. Looked at the scenery for a bit, then came down. He sort of caught my attention since you don't see glasses like his often. He didn't say anything to me and walked off, though I didn't have the chance to talk to him. Okay. Did anyone else see this guy, maybe? You know, that's where it gets weird thinking about it. I brought the guy up at dinner since he was kinda weird, but practically nobody else even saw the guy. The only one who remembered seeing him was Tammy, who works in the mess hall. Unlike the Wolf Fort, this gate sees quite a bit of traffic. And yet, despite this, there are only 2 witnesses? How wonderfully spooky. Spooky or not, it would be a good idea to talk to this Tammy and see what she knows. You said she's in the mess hall, correct? Thanks, Chesley. You're a big help. No problem. And yeah, she should be in the mess hall. Good luck with your investigation. Just checking. You never know when he's gonna change his tune. Wow, without the turbo, that would actually be quite the obnoxious area to rush through, wouldn't it? All clean again, thank the goddess. Huh? You're Tammy, yes? We're from the Bracer Guild. You mind if we ask you a couple questions? Estelle's party asked Tammy about the man in sunglasses she saw. Ooh, him, yeah! I passed by him on the 2nd floor in the hallway yesterday. I think he was coming down from the roof. That would match what our soldier friend said, yes? Did you exchange any words when you passed? Well, I did say hello. He just kinda grinned in response and said, yo. Ooh, just thinking about it makes me feel tingly again. He was so wild. I think I'm starting to get a picture of him. Do you remember what he was wearing? He had this dark suit but opened really casually at the chest, right? He looked amazing in it. Oh, and he was wearing a pair of black gloves, I think. So, sunglasses, a dark suit, and black gloves. Right. This guy might as well wear a sign on his head saying, I am sinister, be suspicious of my evil ways. Oh, I wouldn't say suspicious, he just had a scent of danger about him. You know, a dangerous tough guy charm, right? Right. Anyway, so you just passed and said hi, and didn't see him afterward, right? Yeah, unfortunately. I chased after him a little bit. I thought we could get to know each other. Anyway, I lost track of him in a weird way. Weird way? How so? It'll be easier to show you. Follow me. Excuse me, Sanders, can I step out for a moment? Go ahead. Just get back before the dinner rush. So this is where I passed him, right here. He went walking in this direction. I turned to follow him after a moment, figuring I'd chat with him, right? Okay. When I turned, I saw that door over there closing. So I thought, he must have stepped out. Here's my chance to talk to him before he leaves. So I followed him, but... by the time I screwed up my courage and came out, he was nowhere to be seen. In other words, I lost him, but I lost him here. Lost, but wait a sec. How is that possible? This is a dead end, isn't it? Is he one of those, is he capable of getting up and down these walls without even trying? I mean, we have Phantom Thief LeBlanc able to seal people's shadows. That feels rather tame in comparison, doesn't it? Perfectly plausible. Yeah, there's no way he could have jumped down from this height, right? I figured I made a mistake and he thought he went elsewhere. I looked all over the same time for him, but I never saw him. It kind of makes me want to jump off the end there. I missed my chance. Ah, you poor kitten. If it would please you, I could help you forget such lesson. Knock it off. No one deserves that kind of trauma. I think we have a fairly good idea of what happened now. You were a big help. Thank you again. You're welcome. So, is he some kind of wanted man? A super skilled, cold-blooded assassin on the run from the Bracer Guild? I don't know about that, but he's definitely a dangerous guy. Look, if you see him again, don't go near him, okay? Trust me. But he's so cool! Oh, well. Anyway, I've got some things to prepare, so excuse me. Keep up the good work, everyone. Okay, there's something I've been delaying for quite some time. I think I'll use that to wrap up the episode here. There's no way he could have jumped down from this height, huh? Estelle, does that remind you of anyone? Yeah. That silver-haired monster who jumped off the top of the Gransel Castle. The man we know as Lawrence. If the other ones are like him, I think they could jump from here and survive. Yes. I think it's safe to assume we know who our Wild Sunglasses Man is. Another enforcer of Ouroboros just like the Phantom Thief then. I feel pretty confident saying that at this point, yes. I also feel confident saying we're done investigating. Let's return to the guild house. Wait. Oh, okay. So, to wrap off the episode, we haven't touched Gambler Jack 3. Chapter 3, Challenge at High Noon. Jack and the girl moved over to the table in the back. Unlike the pitted and sticky furniture, this table was smooth and polished to a shine and seemed meant for gambling. Without a word, both took their seats. Jack sat against the wall and the girl faced him straight on. The other patrons were captivated. Helplessly fascinated by the match, they snuck glances at the pair, ears straining to listen in. The bar filled with fidgety silence. The girl's game of choice was poker. Jack accepted wordlessly. After a brief exchange to confirm the terms of the challenge, they settled on bets. It was to be 100 mirror a hand. Not even enough to buy a beer, but Jack considered the fair for a match against a kid, and said as much. The dealer was the small fry punk from before. Jack gave him the quick eye signal. First hand, both discarded just one card. Jack called, the girl stood. Jack had two pairs, the girl had just one. Jack was the winner. Haha, sorry little missy, he drawled. He raised his glass to her and downed the amber liquid in a single decisive gulp. Second hand, both discarded just one card. Perhaps trying to look confident, Jack let out a big clear sigh. The girl called and Jack stood. The girl had two pairs, Jack had the same. But the cards told the tale. The girl's hand had the high card, it was the girl's win. What? Jack exclaimed. His hand that had been toying with the glass froze. Immediately he glanced over at the punk who was dealing. The other man avoided his gaze. Something wrong? The girl asked. Her words were even and her face betrayed nothing. Nah, forget it, he said. Had she swapped out some new cards? The game suddenly took me on a new angle. The look on Jack's face changed instantly. Lightly clearing his throat, Jack put the glass back on the table with his left hand. Then once more he cleared his throat. The dealer, recognizing the signal, picked up the cards again. It was their code for deal normally next round. Third hand. As expected, each discarded just one card. Jack called, the girl stood. Jack's hand was a full house. Ha ha, how about that? He crowed. With a flourish, Jack laid his cards on the table. The bar patrons snickered into their cups. The girl set down her own cards without a word. 4 sevens. It was the girl's win. The bar once again returned to silence. Alright, next episode we have to catch Anton before we leave, but yeah, I'd say I'm done recording for now, so until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.